You know, like everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish. You know,
Do you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
right now, no, how?
Yeah, he's right, dude. He's right.
How? You know,
You would
like
be-
he fought in one division. You know,
He never unified the belts.
He unified.
He did unify.
You know,
IBF.
He unified.
IBF, was it?
He had three.
Yeah.
He had the
Yeah, but he
WBC,
didn't unify all four.
WBA,
He wasn't
IBF.
undisputed.
Huh?
He wasn't undisputed.
He wasn't. No, but what I'm saying is, they already called him a weight bully, right? He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury. You know, he beat Sean Porter.
In all fairness, he had to go over there to get that.
Like I said, you know what I mean? That's a good win. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him or, you know,
I understand
things like that, but
Right.
I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame with the accolades that he didn't got.
Terence Crawford questions if Errol Spence will be into the Hall of Fame based on his career right now. And let me counterpunch. I think that Terence Crawford's argument with Errol Spence's resume, it's a good one. You know, it's contentious. I think dealing with Errol Spence was always a tough fighter to me. He was always a tough, big, good fighter. I never thought he was great. He did fight the guys that he could fight based on the stable of fighters that was available to him. You know, he didn't fight the cons. You know, he fought Brook and he got the IBF from Brook, which was a very good fight. He had to go over and fight Brook. But Brook, you know, had an injury coming off fighting Triple G, which was stupid, super stupid, I might add. But he did it nonetheless, right? And Errol Spence beat him too, okay? And, you know, and then, of course, Terence Crawford beat Kell Brook. So, Errol Spence, could he get in the Hall of Fame based on what he's done? I think it was mostly smoking mirrors. You have to keep in mind, he beat Sean Porter too. Danny Garcia, he gave him a boxing lesson. And, but other than that, he didn't fight Keith Thurman, which no one fought Keith Thurman except Manny Pacquiao and Sean Porter. You know, but other than that, though, I don't know if Errol's resume really deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I'll say this, though. See, Errol lost to Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford is the only one that beat Errol. So I don't think it's the best idea to say where Errol Spence or what he won't do based on your best win for others. Because people look at Errol Spence is Terence Crawford's best win, where Terence Crawford, to me, you know, he was that navigator fighter. He was that guy that went from 135 to 140 to 147 to 154. He was just passing through, and he's still passing through because he's moving up to fight Canelo. You know, that's what makes you a Hall of Famer. The things that you're able to do consistently. Whereas, understand, do you guys know when, you know when that happened? That's almost 2 years ago now, when Terence Crawford beat Errol Spence, and Errol Spence hasn't been back since. That's the crazy thing about it. He hasn't been back since. You know, he recently posted his body condition, you know, on social media, but I mean, he hasn't been fighting. You know, and I think that's what we need to pay attention to, is his inactivity is one of the reasons why he won't get into the Hall of Fame. Not because he lost to Terence Crawford, it's because the things that he's done, you know, or should I say hasn't done, doesn't get him in the Hall of Fame. Beating Sean Porter won't get you there. You know, beating Kell Brook at IBF won't get you there. You know, yeah, he was known as a weight bully. He should have moved up to 154 years ago. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's what it is. I just think that Terence Crawford shouldn't really be mentioning to Errol Spence, because that's where a lot of people give credit to Terence Crawford because he was able to beat Errol Spence. Now what will happen if it's allowed to happen, if Errol Spence fights someone, good enough and he's not on the level any longer and he loses again, it's going to make that win of Terence Crawford less significant. That's going to happen. You know what I mean? And then people will then look at, well, he beat him too. So what could he do with Terence Crawford? Whoever beats him, right? If it's Fondora, or if it's Ortiz Jr., Virgil, or someone like that. But I don't know if Errol Spence gets there based on what he's doing. I think he needs to stay active or, get a fight. You know what I mean? To see what he's going to do after he took his first loss. Because remember, he took his first loss to Terence Crawford. He hasn't been back since. And that's bad, bro. That's like some Dimitri Andrade type shit. That's not a good sign at all. So you guys tell me what you think of Terence Crawford stating that Errol Spence may not be worthy of Hall of Fame royalty. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.